Hello, everyone, and welcome to Learn a Trade. Today, we're continuing on with FBD 56X Frozen Beverage Dispenser Training, Module 6, and we will be going over the electrical system. So, let me advise you on definitely taking some notes on this and or saving the video to be able to go back to certain parts that you may not catch in this first round, but you're definitely free to always go back and take another look at the videos. So this should be a helpful one for those who are out there in the field working on this equipment now, even just for as a refresher. But let's get into the electrical system. I'm going to start with the chart here, and just going to name off some of these components for you, and then we're going to go through each model. It's pretty simple on this chart. Each model basically gets one of everything, except for the lower board. The 4-barrel is the only one that gets an extra lower board, and you'll see why as we go on. But you have your EEPROM, which is right here. This is your EEPROM chip, and this gets placed on this board, on the main board right here, the main PC board, which we'll be going over a little bit. But that EEPROM chip gets placed right in this board. Now, when these are shipped out, they come with the EEPROM chip, unless it's a certain corporate store or something like that, like 7-Eleven or Cumberland Farms. They may require a different EEPROM chip, and that EEPROM chip will be sent with the machine, and then it'll have to be inserted. You'll have to insert it onto the main board in order for it to work properly according to that particular company. But that's the EEPROM chip. Your main, your relay board. Your relay board is right here. Your main PC board, that's right here. Your auxiliary board, that's right here. And also the difference on this auxiliary board is the 4-barrel is the only model that gets an auxiliary board, and you'll see why in a moment. The clock timer board, that's right here. Your memory timer chip. Your LCD display, that's right here. Your lower board, that's right here. Your contactor, right here. Your transformer, here. Your compressor run capacitor, right here. So those are all of the components, and that's the amounts that they all will get. They all will get one, except for an auxiliary board, which the 2-barrel and 3-barrel don't require that, just the 4-barrel. And then the lower board, only the 4-barrel gets an extra lower board. Your primary lower power board. This is the lower board that we just saw, and this is your electrical compartment right here. This is where your boards and your capacitor and your transformer are placed in the machine, and the main primary lower board is on the right side. On the 4-barrel, you'll have your secondary board on the left side. So right now I'm going to go through, I'm going to start right here. This is your lower board and LED merchandiser right here. This is where all of this stuff will already be connected, but these are identifying the pins for you. So this is the P10 pin, and this is where your upper board, it goes to the upper board and LED merchandiser. So this will send power to the board and the merchandiser. This right here is from your transformer. It's a 12 to 24 volt AC, and that's on pin 9. Pin 8 is your contactor coil. That's where your contactor coil connects to the lower board, and that's your 24 volt connector. That's on pin 8. Pin number 7 is right here, and that's where your number 1 beater motor is going, your barrel 1. Your barrel 2 is going to P6 pin right here. Barrel 3, beater 3 is going to pin number 5 right here. Your transformer gets plugged in right there. Your fluorescent merchandiser, that gets plugged in right there. And this is coming from the contactor. Your T1 and T2, they're going to connect right in here. And this is from the contactor on the opposite side, the L1 and L2. They go right here. Over on this side, we have your DC power supply to the upper board right here. And then this wire would go up to the upper board. This pin right here is your control signals to and from the upper board. This is your voltage offset. This voltage offset, usually you do not have to make any adjustments to that. Some of the older models, you would have to make adjustments and calibrate your voltage and stuff like that. But now they have improved it, and you normally do not have to make any adjustments on that. But it's good to know that it's there. And these right here are your fuses. These fuses are for your beaters, your transformers, and your fluorescent merchandiser. So these fuses, this is your number 1 fuse, your beater motor. They're 2.5 amp fuses, and these are, as you can see, they're the mini fuses. Your beater 2 would go right here, beater 3 right here, transformer fuse right here. Your fluorescent merchandiser light is right here, and they're all 2.5 amp fuses. And then right down here, you have your condenser fan, which plugs in right there. Your secondary lower power board. This is the secondary lower power board, and this is in that electrical compartment. We just went over the primary board. This is the secondary board. And now remember that this one here, only the 4-barrel gets this. Because the reason it gets a secondary lower board is because it has 4 barrels. And as you remember, on that original board, it only had enough for the 3 barrels. So to get that extra fuse for the 4th barrel, they added another board, a secondary board, and that way it's separated, but they still will work together. But right here you have your DC power again, This supplies to the auxiliary board, which is up top. This terminal here is for your control signals to and from the auxiliary board. This pin right here is your auxiliary board will plug into. From the transformer, the 1224 volt, that will plug in over here. It'll be like a longer cord, a longer wire from this transformer going over to this board and plugging in right here. Barrel 4 would plug in on this pin. So you're not connecting anything to this third pin down. You're skipping that one, and then it's going right here. And these will already be connected. So this is just a good thing for you to be able to see where everything is at in these boards, because especially when you're new at this and you look into that electrical compartment, and it's very hard to see what goes where. So this is how this will help. So that was beater 4 that goes right to this terminal. The transformer goes to this terminal. So there's 2 blank terminals that'll have nothing in them, and then you'll see another wire connecting to this terminal for the transformer. And then you have from the contactor, you have your L1 and L2 positions right here. Okay, and then over here you have your beater motor 4 fuse. So now beater number 4 will be able to operate in unison with the other 3 barrels. Your 562 and 563 electrical diagram. This is an electrical diagram that I think will be helpful to you. If you like, I will just give a few seconds for you to see if you can screenshot that, but definitely, see if you can come back and screenshot this and have it for yourself on your phone or whatnot, because it helps out to be able to pull it up right away if you're out in the field. I'm just going to leave that up for a few seconds to give everyone time to take a look at it. But that's the full diagram for your 562 model and your 563 model. Okay, we'll move on. This is the electrical diagram for the 564. I'll give you a few seconds to see if you can scan that or copy it. Okay, and that's all I have for now on this one, on the electrical system. I hope this was of a help to you, and I hope you're able to get some good notes, and we'll see you on the next module. Thank you very much.